Let's talk about, really the dynamics here at work. I mean, I think if we're looking at Ethereum, ultimately, the first point I want to make a point on is that the year we had in 2017 may not be 2018. Remember, this moved 85 times in 2017. The context of your investment certainly has to change based upon the performance. So that's part of what should weigh in. Check. Okay, second, it's about risk reward. And ultimately, I talked about the last time how much of your portfolio should actually be devoted towards either high risk investments, a trading book. And I said somewhere between 2 to 5% of your liquid trading assets that are devoted to high risk investments could be in crypto. Ultimately, that's where I think you place this. And ultimately, I think that's where this rests for me. And after effectively a 100% move or a 50% move, depending on how you value these things, I'm now playing with the house's money. To me, the risk reward here is still, I've got capital at work, and ultimately I have to have an idea of how much I was investing and how much I wanted to get, and it's not for 100%. Check. 2, focus on the fundamentals, and this gets back to both how I've looked at Ethereum as a guy that's been investing in emerging markets. This is no different to me than the early days of emerging markets where you had big catalytic events that were the reasons for owning. For Ethereum, it's what we talked about earlier in the show. This is the platform that I think much else will be built on. I think also they're getting a futures contract will be another thing. It's for as complex as this entire space is, I think there are some simple reasons that I stay in here. So here, ultimately, what have I done? And as we get to look at that. There's a chart just really quickly. It's gone from here to here. This is where we are. I started here. I've done nothing. Basically, I'm still in the positions, and ultimately, to me, this is a platform from which I expect to be in for some time. I will be taking profits probably somewhere north of 50% here if we get there, but I want to stay in this trade because this is a foundational investment.